The Smurfs: A Christmas Carol is a 2011 film directed by Quane and written by Todd Berger, of course, based on the novel or novella A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And that is one of my all-time favourite Christmas stories. It is certainly my favourite works by Dickens. So I was very curious to see how they would do this. And some things about it I liked, some things not so much. And the length of it works well. It's only 22 minutes. They could have done it as a feature length, but I think they might have, dragged it out a bit too much. So I think they made the right decision in making it only a short. And it starts off with Grouchy Smurf saying that he doesn't want to celebrate Christmas. He's fed up with Christmas. He hates it. And the best way to teach him a lesson is to envelop him in the story of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and various Smurfs appear to him as the ghosts of Christmas, past, present, and future, which I like. I like the fact that the Smurfs were the characters that embodied those spirits. I won't spoil it by saying which Smurfs, but I thought it was a good idea, and then Grouchy gets to go and see his Christmases past and present and future, hopefully learning the error of his ways and stopping him being so grouchy. Obviously, Grouchy Smurf was the perfect contender to embody the Scrooge-esque personality. So that decision worked well, and to be honest, I think they encompassed the right elements of the narrative. This is obviously going to be suitable for children. IMDb says it has a G rating. I don't know what that means. I assume it means Guardian. So is that the same as PG in the UK? Please correct me if that's not right. But certainly it's aimed at the average Smurf audience. So it's not too scary. Well, it's not scary at all. That aspect of it worked. I thought they told the story very well and incorporated the right characters at the right times. What I didn't like was the style of animation, because it started off being much more beautifully CGI, and it's weird because normally I don't like it when things that have previously been classically animated become much more CGI and three-dimensional. I just don't usually like it. But this one I actually think they look better when they're more heavily CGI'd. But then it cuts to 2D animation, and it doesn't work, because it's just jarring and you feel like you're watching a different film. What they should have done, although it might have taken them a bit more effort, is make the past, present, and future scenes 2D animation, but keep Grouchy Smurf and the spirits as the CGI. That would have been effective, because then it would have been very clear what was the kind of ethereal scenes and what was the present day Grouchy and the spirits accompanying him. It would have been able to divide them much more effectively, because to be honest, it doesn't do that very well. There are times when you've got present day Grouchy next to Grouchy of the past, and sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the two of them. So if they wanted to combine CGI with kind of 2D animation, they could have done it that way, and it would have been actually really brilliant. Or potentially brilliant, if it looks like what I'm envisioning. But the way they did it just didn't work. It didn't work well for me at all. So it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible. I won't say I didn't enjoy it, but I wouldn't say I was left feeling thoroughly fulfilled. It's not my favourite version of A Christmas Carol, that's needless to say. But if you're a fan of the Smurfs, or you like watching versions of A Christmas Carol, the Smurfs: A Christmas Carol is definitely not that bad.